This is no fucking joke here. I could lose a foot.
It's numb, huh?
The fuck you think? How can we be lost like this? We're in fucking New Jersey.
South Jersey. Hi. Maybe we should eat some of these berries.
Are you nuts? Shit like that could be poisonous. You don't know. Come on. What the fuck's that?
Looks like a truck.
Ah! There's fucking gravel under this snow.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oof, what a blustery. It's... Wait, let me see the temperature. Oh, it's, okay. Oh, that's nothing. 8 degrees. Okay. 8 degrees out here, everybody. Rise and grind. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman. I'll be putting on my wool, my heavy hat today, that's for sure. Another day, another dollar. Not too excited about it. Liquid gold in the house. There it is, Dustin. Liquid gold. Dwayne Sweetney, liquid gold hits just right, brother. Anyway, heading off to work. Rise and grind. I don't want to do this today. I don't know, people. I don't know. I think this is Jerry Jones just trying to stretch this out. After gathering more information, it's going to be Brian Schottenheimer as the head coach of the Cowboys. And that's fine, I guess. I mean, you know, they don't want to interview Pete Carroll. They're not going to interview... Deion Sanders. Yeah, they're not going to interview these guys. They're not going to interview them. Looks like Stephen Jones is going to get his wish. Now, that's not a bad thing. I don't know. It is what it is. At this point, you've already leaked it out and Shotty. Whatever. I'm more important to hear about who's going to be the coordinators. That's really the important thing. You know, we're starting to hear that there was a slight rift between Pete Carroll and Schottenheimer because Pete Carroll wanted to run the ball. Schottenheimer wanted to switch it up a little bit. And, you know, just remember that Super Bowl. Remember that Super Bowl. Ultra may have been right. That Super Bowl will tell you a lot. They threw the ball at the goal line, right? I don't know whose call it was, but Pete Carroll was in the headset and didn't override it. They should have just handed the ball to Marshawn Lynch. Now, Schottenheimer wasn't there. I know Schottenheimer's with Sexy Rexy with the Jets. So, again, we'll see. I kind of think we need somebody a little bit more innovative. So, but still wants to run the ball. Sorry, I'm tired, people. I'm tired. I couldn't wake up this morning. This cold takes it out of me all day. Figure I'm out in the cold from about 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:15 to 4:20. Yeah, 4:30. So it's rough. But anyway, so that's where we're at. Robert Saleh back to the 49ers. So, again, not real sure what's going on there. Dallas hasn't requested second interviews. A little word to the, I heard this morning from, I guess it was Sean Sharif and Bobby Bell talking. The interview, there's no way Kellen's coming to the Cowboys. The interview for Kellen Moore was hardly at all. Hardly at all. And who knows, maybe Kellen said he wasn't interested. I doubt it, but maybe. Maybe Kellen said, nah, I'm out. But maybe Dallas. The interview went, it didn't go nowhere near the 2.5 hours. Think about that. You would think, you know, They brought in Schottenheimer back. Now, just a real quick review over Brian Schottenheimer and Pete Carroll. Makes a lot of sense. Rumor has it Jerry called Pete Carroll to talk about Shotty. And Pete Carroll said, hey, by the way, I'm available to coach. That's what it was. Like I said yesterday, I think Pete Carroll, because he also is in the running for the Raider job, I think Pete Carroll would rather have the Cowboy job than the Raider job. You got yourself a quarterback, you got yourself CeeDee Lamb, you know what I mean? You got some pieces there. He still could go to the Raiders. He's not going to turn the Raiders down, but the Raiders are in on other guys. And I think Raiders should go young because Raiders are, to me, farther away from winning. They don't have a foundational wide receiver. They don't have an offense. I don't think their offensive line is as good as the Cowboys. We got some defense. They don't have a Mike Parsons. They don't, So we'll see about that whole thing. But that's how Pete Carroll got involved. Jerry called Pete Carroll to talk about Shotty, and then Pete Carroll said, "Well, hold up a second. How about me, my man?" So don't expect Pete Carroll. I would be on board with Pete Carroll, but apparently him and Schottenheimer may or may not be able to coexist. It's not the best of situations. Pete Carroll can get along with anybody, but Schottenheimer is probably not ecstatic about it. And if that's the case, then it is what it is. I'd reach back around, to Dion, but again, I don't think that's going to happen, people. Stephen Jones does not want Deion Sanders, and Jerry Jr., they think it's a circus. They don't want a circus. I don't think Stephen Jones realizes that it's already a circus. The circus has been in town for quite some time. So that's my problem with the situation. Look at this. There we go. Circus is already here, Steven. You're part of the circus, brother. The way you manipulate the salary cap, you're part of the circus. You're the major part of the problem. Jerry wants to spend money. Look at the winning teams in the league. Look how much dead money they have. You have hardly any dead money. You have $20-some million in debt. That's the price of doing business these days. You want to take risks? You want to be a winner? You got to roll the dice. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you hit snake eyes. That's how it works. Sometimes you crap out. Pause. That's what happens. So that's the Cowboy situation. We're going to talk about it until it's resolved, and then we're going to talk about it again. And then the Eagles and Commanders. Bobby Wagner is playing. Did some research. Just an older guy, getting into the third playoff game. Again, it's a lot of games. Bobby Wagner is well aware of staying disciplined against Saquon. You're hearing all the right things. You're hearing, you're hearing the Commanders talk about they know how Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury knows Dan Quinn. Knows that Jalen Carter can wreck a game. So, expect double teams on Jalen Carter. He could beat a double team. But, again, you're hearing a lot. You're hearing all the right things from Washington. They're ready to go. Washington schematically is going to put the Eagles in a certain situation where I think Drew's right. Jalen's going to have to make plays. Jalen is either going to be the hero or Jalen is going to be the GOAT, in my opinion. Yeah, I kind of see it going that way. I like the under. It's 47.5. Unless Jalen lights it up, it's going to be 44 at game time. It's going to get a high of 29 or 30 today. So, and that's probably for about 10 minutes. There's no sun going to be out today. Very little sun. So, I'm thinking the more I hear about this game, man, I'm hoping the line keeps going up. and then I'll bet the other side. But I don't think Vegas will be that dumb. Play both sides of the line. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I really do. I think it's going to come down to turnovers again. Is Washington going to be able to stop Saquon? That's going to be it. I think if Washington can limit a Saquon to an average day, 4-point-something yards a carry, whatever, 4.9, and you can give up 100 yards, 110 yards, but anything more than that, I think it could be a long day. I would like to see somebody be able to put the Eagles in a 2-score deficit. That would be interesting to see how they react. Because it's easy running the ball when you got a lead, right? But when you don't have a lead, then when you don't have a lead, then that's an issue. So that'll be interesting. That really will be interesting. So I got the link up for the stream on Sunday. I don't know, man. Let me get enough more liquid gold in me. All right. The sun's out. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry. My phone froze or something. I was frozen. My phone was frozen. But finish up the video. Pete Carroll was talking to the Raiders. Stay tuned on that. Pete Carroll to the Raiders. I don't know if that's a real thing. We're starting to hear that Dallas... We all knew that Dallas dropped the ball with this whole thing. Dallas had drugged their feet like they do. Here, I got to pull up a little bit. Sorry. I got to pull up. Dallas drugged their feet like they do. And Vrabel, and they were very high on Vrabel. This is what frustrates me about the Cowboys. They're under this illusion that people just want to coach the Cowboys so bad that they're willing to wait. You're seeing special teams coaches leave. Maybe Shotty wanted him. You would think maybe Schottenheimer would have liked to have had this wrapped up if he's going to be the guy. My thing is this. If Schottenheimer is going to be the guy, then we should all be pissed off. We should all be pissed off because you should have got it done immediately. And that way you would allow him to bring in his guys. You know what I'm saying? Meaning Bones Fossil and, Raina Thompson. They're all gone to Tennessee. It's like Dallas waits and waits and waits. Stephen Jones, we know he's a candy ass. He wants to stick with something that's not going to make waves. Now we're hearing that Jerry hated Parcells. Well, I don't know what the problem is. The answer is for the Joneses to sell the team, but they're not selling. They're not going to sell the team, everybody. They're not. That's not happening. They're not going to sell. We're stuck. So make a decision now as well. If it's Brian Schottenheimer, there's no rush. I don't know. Obviously, they're not thrilled. How are they going to sell that to the public? Well, they're going to come out and go, oh, no, he was the guy all along. Then why didn't you hire him? I don't think he's going to be the guy. I keep hearing 105.3 the fans saying, oh, it's 90% Schottenheimer. How bad does that look at this point? But then again, the local media won't ask any tough questions. They're all worried about their jobs. Okay, great hire, Jer. How come it took so long? Okay. Yeah, again, that's what's nice about being YouTubers. We can call your ass on the carpet. We don't got to worry about our job. We don't have to worry about the key to the star. Them changing the locks on you. Right? Come on now. Come on. You people who live in Frisco, ask some tough questions about this organization. They're going to do what they want to do. I get it. But at some point, when are they going to open their eyes to how they do business? It's horrible. But whatever. I don't know, man. It's very, very frustrating that we got to deal with this BS. We see Liam Cohen, now that Trent Baalke is gone in Jacksonville, headed back to Jacksonville to take the head coaching job. You got Robert Saleh going to be the D coordinator and with the Niners. You would have thought maybe that Detroit would have went with Saleh. Detroit's kind of dropping the ball. I think Detroit may drop that a little bit. Yeah, you might have seen the end of Jared Goff. Hey, Mike Goff, what up now, big guy? What up now? You still owe us $100, punk. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Stay tuned. It could happen today with Shotty, but why would it at this point? Why are we talking to Dion? Supposedly Dion's going to be in Frisco all week with his son. Talk to him. Jerry, do you own the team or do you not? Or is Steven controlling you like a puppet? Come on, bro. Make a move, for crying out loud. I don't know. Put in the comments what you think. But, looking forward to this weekend's games. And, I don't know. The more I see, the more I hear about Washington, the more I'm concerned about, for the Eagles. The more I'm concerned for the Eagles. Washington's playing with house money, and I think the game's got to get off to a good start for the Eagles for them to win. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. It's going to be warm. It's going to be 44. That helps Washington, in my opinion. So, all right. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
For a living, Newman.
I'm a United States postal worker.
Aren't those the guys that always go crazy and come back with a gun and shoot everybody?
Sometimes.
Why is that?
Because the mail never stops. It just keeps coming and coming and coming. There's never a let-up. It's relentless. Every day it piles up more and more and more, and you gotta get it out. And the more you get out, the more it keeps coming in. And then the barcode reader breaks, and it publishes clearinghouse.
All right. Ask you something. What do you do for a